Salve, salve galera, no Cineplay de hoje a gente vai falar sobre filmes que estão em cartaz nos cinemas do Brasil e já vamos começar com um porreta. É Sin City 2, A Dama Fatal, uma bela sequência em 3D do primeiro filme, lançado em 2005, marcando mais uma grande parceria do quadrinista Frank Miller com o diretor Robert Rodrigues. A adaptação dos quadrinhos continua muito fiel e o aspecto visual é realmente incrível. O ator Josh Brolin substitui Clive Owen no personagem Dwight McCarthy, Jessica Alba e Mickey Rourke continuam no elenco e Bruce Willis também aparece como fantasma de John Hartigan. Destaque também aí para a belíssima Dama Fatal, interpretada por Eva Green. A gente tem uma matéria muito legal sobre o filme para mostrar aqui, dá uma olhada.
The action in Sin City, it's beyond what you can do in the real world. It's not about the boundaries of real life. It's more about what you could imagine in your mind. It's fun. It's not like, action. It's like, action.
I've just always been a fan of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think besides just a fantastic actor, he's just an amazing creative person. He has a creative life that I admire.
Great cut, very nice.
And I thought he would really get a kick out of just seeing the operation, and he would, you know, take some of that with him and be inspired by it. I knew he would bring some tricks I'd never seen before, and I just thought he would knock it out of the park. I couldn't picture anybody else.
Johnny, he likes a game of chance. Good with the cards, good with the coins. I guess you could say he's a gambler. I guess you could say that's his sin.
I'm ready for your worst.
Boy, you don't even want to dream about my worst.
He's sort of sucked into Sin City and he ends up going down a bad road. This is what this movie's about, those dark places that we can end up being seduced into.
Senator Rourke has a lot of fun with Johnny. He made a fool of me, boy. Right in front of the wrong people. He perceives him as just this young hotshot who thinks he knows a lot more than he does.
You took your chances like we all did, and you lost.
I have to do some work on him. He has a bullet I gotta remove. He has a hand that's like totally mangled. He was just so good because he really was very convincing, portraying the pain and the anguish, which made my work all the more enjoyable.
Quite a job you did on me, Rourke. Even my shoes.
It was Joseph Gordon-Levitt who is a real co-partner on that character.
We've been sort of coming up with who the character is together. You know, it was written in the script, but there weren't any drawings, and so it didn't have as much specificity as really all the other characters. So Frank's been rewriting as we've been going, saying like, oh, I see what you're doing here, I like what you're doing there. Well, if you're gonna do that, then you shouldn't say this, you should say that. That's kind of an actor's dream, to be working with filmmakers who are so collaborative and so open.
I think this movie is particularly conducive to 3D. It makes sense as a 3D movie because of just its nature, it's in its bones, it's in how Frank Miller drew it.
O que dá pra dizer aqui é que 9 anos depois, os personagens ainda estão muito fiéis e parecidos visualmente com o do primeiro filme, e o 3D deu um ganho muito especial para a direção de arte. Eu, particularmente, gostei muito. E também, continuando com filmes de ação, está em cartaz O Protetor, com Denzel Washington. Ele interpreta um homem comum, misterioso, inconformado com as injustiças sociais e começa a ajudar vítimas de crime fazendo justiça com as próprias mãos. Esse filme é dirigido por Antoine Fuqua, que já havia trabalhado com Denzel Washington em Dia de Treinamento. E a história desse filme é baseada na série de TV norte-americana The Equalizer, que rolou nos Estados Unidos nos anos 80. A gente tem uma matéria especial para mostrar aqui também. Dá uma olhadinha aí.
What's it about?
It is about a guy who is a knight in shining armor, except he lives in a world where knights don't exist anymore. My character, he's working real hard to just fit in.
Yo, Pops, bet you didn't have to push no dollies at your old job, did you?
Guilty as charged.
He's not fancy. He rides the bus. He doesn't even have a car. And nothing special. Until he is.
Open the register up right now. Give me that ring.
No, it was my mother's.
It's okay, Jenny.
My ring. When you meet him in the movie, you don't know what this guy does. He wakes up at the same time every night and goes to the same diner. He's just in his little area. He keeps himself quiet. And then you realize that he helps people. I'm Terry.
Bob. He meets an innocent young girl who he finds out is being abused, and he decides to do something about it.
He's looking for the good in everybody. Everybody's got a little bit of good in you. He's going to give you an opportunity to fix the problem that you caused.
I'm here about a girl.
For what? Her freedom.
I'm offering you a chance to do the right thing. Take it. That's the only one you're gonna get.
When you are the equalizer, you walk into a room, you scan the room, so if a fight does break out, the area that you're in, you can use the essentials around you. Like a knife, a glass or cup, or a book. So he just gathers things up and adapts to the area that he's in.
The fun for an audience is that although he's outnumbered, outgunned, he's not outsmarted. He has to think on his toes, and he's got to deliver some pretty harsh blows. How is he going to do it? And that's the fun of using the environment.
Not enough? Because I can keep going. From nails to saws to paint to whatever. Everything's a weapon.
He's on his home turf. He knows where everything is in the store. And with the experience that he has, you know what you can use to make a little semi-bomb. Or to get a person strung up.
He scans a room. In 2 seconds, he'll know exactly what's to your left, what's to your right, and he will use any of those things to stop you in your tracks.
I'll never look at a hardware store the same way again. Who are you? Everybody wants to know.
He knew more than the street cops.
Maybe you should give the money back.
You're supposed to stand for something. Protect and serve justice.
Remember?
Mr. McCall, you certainly have my attention.
I'll be waiting for you.
Destaque também para a jovem atriz Chloe Grace Moretz, que tem 17 anos e está trabalhando bastante. Ela vai aparecer em pelo menos 3 filmes que serão lançados internacionalmente ainda nesse ano. E agora, passando adiante, também está em cartaz no Brasil o drama musical O Último Concerto, com Christopher Walken e Philip Seymour Hoffman. Como o nome do filme já entrega, eles fazem parte de um quarteto de cordas que decide, depois de 25 anos de carreira, fazer uma última apresentação, porque um deles descobriu que está com mal de Parkinson. A trama também foca nos problemas internos e pessoais do grupo, que começam a aparecer logo por conta da ideia de separação deles. Dá uma olhada no trailer.
Tell me what you think.
I think we should run the tests first.
What are you playing on this one?
Second violin?
Don't you have the urge to play the solo part once in a while?
Of course. I spoke with Dr. Nader. This difficulty I've been having. Parkinson's, she says.
Parkinson's?
I'd like the season's first concert to be my farewell. And it's best for the quartet to plan ahead.
I don't want to play second violin exclusively anymore.
But this isn't about you or me.
Yes.
No, this is about the quartet.
Why don't you have my back on this?
Could you stop the cab?
Please don't.
We begin with Beethoven's Opus 131. It has 7 movements, and they're all connected. for us, it means playing without pause.
I love playing with you. You can't lead a quartet, man. You're not sufficient.
You think you're better?
Not motivated. It's you just...
No resting, no tuning.
Do you think it was fun growing up with two woven quartet players with parents who were gone 7 months of the year?
I did the best that I could. I tried to be a good mother to you.
Our instruments must in time go out of tune, each in its own quite different way.
I love you more than anything in the world. I made a stupid mistake.
Was he maybe trying to point out some cohesion, some unity between random acts of life?
Do you really love me? Or am I just convenient?
What is it that you want? What is it that you want me to tell you?
What are you afraid of? Unleash your passion.
What are we supposed to do? Stop? Or struggle to continuously adjust to each other up to the end, even if we are out of tune? I don't know.
É isso aí, e a atriz Catherine Keener, que tem um papel muito importante nesse filme, que faz parte do quarteto de cordas e também é o par amoroso do personagem do Seymour Hoffman, também está em cartaz no Brasil, no filme, na comédia romântica musical, Mesmo Se Nada Der Certo. E no próximo bloco a gente fala sobre mais alguns filmes que estão em cartaz nos cinemas brasileiros, então segura aí que a gente volta rapidão.
Passagem no pé e muitos chocolates só pra mim.
Estamos de volta com esse Cineplay especial sobre filmes que estão em cartaz nos cinemas do Brasil. E um deles é a comédia romântica Será Que?, com o jovem Daniel Radcliffe, muito conhecido por interpretar o simpático bruxinho Harry Potter. Mas agora esqueça o Harry Potter, porque o cara já cresceu e nesse filme ele vive junto com Zoe Kazan, de Ruby Sparks, a namorada perfeita, o incrível dilema de se apaixonar por uma amiga que tem namorado. Na real, ele também se apaixona e eles têm medinho de que isso estrague a amizade. Dá uma olhada na matéria.
So that's a cross section of Fool's Gold.
My character Wallace meets Zoe Kazan's character Chantry at a party. There's sort of an instant connection. They make each other laugh a lot. Yeah.
The movie is sort of classic boy meets girl, except with a twist. I'm gonna give you my number. We should hang out.
Yeah.
My boyfriend will be worried about what happened to me.
She drops the bombshell that she has a boyfriend.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Cool.
Good night.
Good night.
What happens when you feel a connection with someone and that connection has to turn into friendship instead of into romance?
They meet again and actually it becomes, you know, he can't deny to himself how much fun he has when he's with this girl.
Hi, Wallace.
Chantry.
Yes, I think it's really cool you're here alone.
Oh yeah. It's super cool.
She does try to diffuse the situation. She's trying to put up good boundaries. Friends?
Yeah, why not?
Can men and women who are very romantically attracted to each other be friends? That is obviously harder.
In fairy tales, love inspires you to be noble and courageous, but in real life, love is just an all-purpose excuse for selfish behavior.
I don't know if you are actually cynical or just a super crazy romantic cheeseball.
Dan has more experience than anybody on the set, and he's really funny. He's surpassed my expectations in terms of how funny he is and how great he is on his feet.
He's so relaxed and at ease and very good, I would say, leader on set.
Zoe just has a great physicality to her. And she's also funny as well and smart. Their chemistry has been amazing. And we kind of saw it the second we put them in together at the makeup and hair test.
Working with this cast has been a total dream. I felt immediate ease and connection.
Zoe and I will play around and make something happen. She makes it a real pleasure to come to work.
Dan, of course, is absolutely a joy to work with. Rafe Spall, who plays Ben, my boyfriend.
Are you trying to sleep with my girlfriend?
No, God, I wouldn't do that. I just want to be friends with her. And with you.
I can do friends, but you better not try and put your anywhere near her.
Who wants more wine? Also with Megan Park, who plays Dahlia, my sister.
Look how pregnant I can make myself look.
Oh my God, it kicked.
Shut up. I'm gonna make you raise it.
They bring so much as actors. They're so funny and charming and quick-witted.
I love you so much, I want to just cut you open and... Bye, Wallace.
Bye, Nicole.
Cut.
Michael Dowse is doing an amazing job.
I instantly felt really comfortable and safe with him, which is always important working with the director.
He lets us play around and encourages all of that.
You like Chantry.
It felt like there was a real opportunity to sort of reinvent this genre.
This, right now, this is the high point of my social calendar.
Well, you can't have it all.
I really have never had as much fun, I think, as I had on this movie in terms of being with great people and having a good time.
No, this isn't what it looks like. Yeah, it is. It is what it looks like.
This movie is smart, and because it's smart, it's not formulaic.
You just need to do whatever you need to do to get over it, okay?
It's just a really current, awkward love story between two young people kind of figuring out what they want and who they are.
I'm not trying to break them up. I'm happy just being friends with them.
Oh, so you just gave up?
No. It's very easy to be cynical about love until you've had that instant connection. If you're lucky, it happens once in a lifetime.
Olha, eu acho que esse lance de estragar a amizade aí é mais medo do que realidade. Afinal de contas, um bom relacionamento precisa de uma boa dose de amizade. Ou será que muita amizade pode estragar um bom relacionamento? Não sei. Lembrando que o Radcliffe ainda vai estrelar outro filme nesse ano, o terror O Pacto, de Alexandre Aja. Parece ser muito bom, hein? Vamos esperar. E o último filme em cartaz que a gente vai apresentar hoje aqui é Fúria, com Nicolas Cage. Ele vive um antigo criminoso que se afastou do mundo do crime para viver tranquilo com a filha. Aí a máfia russa chega, mata a filha dele dentro da própria casa e ele se obriga a reunir os antigos parceiros para se vingar dos assassinos. Dá uma olhada na matéria.
I'm here. What do you want? You can't go around tearing up the city. This isn't good for anyone.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Look, man. This isn't gonna bring your kid back. I feel you, what you're going through. But if this keeps up, I promise you I'm gonna find a way to put you and your crew away for good. Shit. Oh. A few years ago, my kid Robbie, he was riding his bike on 6th Street and got hit by a car. I get to emergency, it's touch and go. Poor kid was in surgery. I felt I needed to do something, anything. Found out where the guy lived. I see his fender mangled where he hit my boy. I must have stood an hour at the edge of that driveway, a gun in my hand. And finally I cooled myself down. I go back to the hospital. Robbie pulls through. A few days later, I went down to 6th Street. There was construction going on. It was a blind spot. And I realized in that moment that that accident could have happened to anyone. If I had killed that man, it wouldn't have changed a thing.
Paul McGuire gives up a life of crime because he's very invested in being a good parent to his daughter, Caitlin. Hi, sweetheart. Caitlin, you're gonna be staying home tonight, right?
Listen, we're just gonna hang out here, watch TV or something, but that is it.
When his daughter is kidnapped and fatally shot, he, in desperate need for justice, succumbs to the darker angels of his nature and goes back to crime.
Do what you have to do, whatever it takes.
This is more than just a moment where a man reverts back to his past, but the kind of psychological nuance of rage, of going even further in the process of dehumanization.
We swore not to talk about it! Rash!
This story is not what you expect. The movie has a lot of twists. It's really intense. It has a lot of heart. It has a lot of soul. It's not just another action movie.
Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it?
I did it! I did it! I did it! I got it! I got it!
Tá aí Fúria com Nicolas Cage, ele que ainda retorna às telonas brasileiras nesse ano, com O Apocalipse, o começo do fim, que está previsto para estrear no dia 23 de outubro. E por hoje é isso, quarta-feira tem mais Cineplay inédito e para ficar ligado no que rola aqui é só curtir e acompanhar a nossa página no Facebook. Grande abraço e até quarta. Falou!